Hey everyone, I know this is a bit strange. This is part 2 to my live video reading, which if you want to see the 4 card reading that I did this morning, then just hop on the other video and you'll be able to see what I was talking about. So the reason that I've come back on for the second part of the reading of the video is because there's something that's been going on for me for a little while, and I think it's important for me to flag it up, and it now feels like the right time, especially because Archangel Michael came through so strongly in the reading this morning. And as I said to you in the reading this morning, Archangel Michael, hey everyone, Archangel Michael is my go-to angel. He's the angel that I work with every single day in my healing sessions, in my programs, in my workshops, and also is the angel who I call on for help with my own life. And so just like you, I've been going through some changes recently, and it's felt very messy. It's felt like, you know, I'm juggling a lot of things and trying to figure out the next best steps for my own life. And as I closed off the video after this reading this morning, I felt a little bit funny, as if I've done something that just felt a little bit odd. And this is what it is. And I've been thinking about this for a really long time, because I do free readings every Monday on a video. And I also do a reading using other people's cards on Instagram every single day. That has sort of led a lot of people, like my followers and clients, to think that that's all that I do, is that I'm a reader and I read angel cards. And it's true, that has been for a long time a big part of what I do. And it's also become an important part of my business. And there's nothing I like better, actually, than to sit with my little voice recorder when someone books in a reading and do a reading. But the reason that I love doing that so much is because I'm an angelic channel, and I have been for over 15 years now. And the angels came to me 16, 17 years ago and completely changed my life around. I was not a big believer in angels before the angels came into my life. Sure, I think I had a little tiny deck of cards that had little drawing of an angel on them for a little while, and definitely had tarot cards since I was a teenager. But I never really called on angels because I didn't really understand them, and I wasn't brought up religious or anything. So when the angels came into my life, they saved me from a car accident. The Archangel Michael spoke in my ear and told me to stop my car. And seconds later, I went around a corner very slowly, and there was a multiple car pileup, which I would have certainly crashed into had Archangel Michael not spoken to me. But of course, I didn't know that was Archangel Michael back then. But I learned as time went on, and he continued to speak with me and teach me things. I learned that it was Archangel Michael. And you'll read about that in one of my 2 books. But the point that I wanted to make about today's, this second video, is that I'm not just an angel reader. And in fact, I think sometimes that cheapens me a bit, because, you know, people actually said in the column in the last one, like, reading please. And I don't identify myself as being that way. And the reason that I don't is because I think, first and foremost, I'm a channel and I'm a healer. And that's where I find the greatest joy in what I'm doing. Channeling the angels' messages for people, teaching people how to connect with the angels, teaching people how to use the angel energy themselves and become channels, and also in bringing through that angel energy to help other people to heal. And that's such a big part of what I do, and a big part of what makes me feel good in what I do. So that's when I know I'm on the right track. And it's a big part about where I'm going with my business going forward. And, you know, I really envision creating a network so that people can access the angels, and so that through me, and so that people can learn to connect with the angels, invoke the angels, bring the angels healing through for themselves. And that's my passion. And that's what I really, really, really want to do next. So saying that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing these weekly readings, but I'm not, you know, I'm not a crystal ball reader. That's not the way I'm going to continue to sell myself going forward as a angel psychic. I'm an angel channel and a teacher about angels. And it's taken quite a while for me to really become clear about that, because I know so many people love the readings. So I'm going to continue doing readings for a living, don't worry, but most of my work now is healing sessions and helping people through guidance and raising their energy frequency and connecting in with angels to release blocks and barriers. So what I wanted to do today with you is to call in the angels, because we talked about in the reading this morning about courage and about forgiveness and about releasing those energies that are inside of you that are pulling you down like a heavy weight and keeping you stuck in an energy that maybe you don't want to be stuck in, or maybe making you feel powerless, or maybe making you feel unwell in your body. And I know that energy work is amazing and works really well, and it's incredibly healing. I've seen healings, you know, of all kinds of illnesses, emotional problems, really, really fast healings, but they are super fast and supercharged when we call the angels in. And that's because the angels are amazing at removing and taking away the energies that we let go of. So quite often there's no healing crisis when it comes to working with angels, because the angels are taking, you know, a healing crisis happens when the energies get stirred up that we're releasing, and then we go through a detox process. It can be like a headache after you've had a massage, right? It can be like feeling emotional all day and all night after you've had an energy healing. But with the way the angels work is that they take those energies completely, so that you don't have that kind of stirred up detoxing feeling straight away. So if you're open to it, let me know, and let's do a quick healing with Archangel Michael, and I can demonstrate how Archangel Michael powerfully works with you to clear you of anything that you want to let go of. So take a deep breath if you're ready. Uncross your legs unless you're sitting in lotus position, and have your hands open either on your lap or on the chair beside you, palms facing the ceiling. And we do this because it opens our frame and it helps us to let the angels know that we are open to receive. If we're all crunched up, we're not open, right? So open and maybe close your eyes and take a long deep breath in through your nose, fill your lungs, and slowly exhale. We breathe very slowly and deeply to slow down our heart rate and to release the energies of anxiety, adrenaline, fear that keep us stressed, tense, and tight, and actually keep us holding on to those energies that we feel letting go of. And whilst you breathe deeply, just keep with the breath in very deeply and out through the mouth. I'm going to ask for and invite the presence of Archangel Michael into this healing space that I have now created. That everyone who is present, either live or during the recording, feel your energy. And Archangel Michael, please surround this healing space that is this live with a dome of purple light. And that dome of light represents protection, but it also keeps the healing on the inside. And we ask that you provide a doorway in the dome of that light through the ceiling of the dome, through which all lower energies that are released today can go and remain with the angels rather than in our own bodies or in our own emotions. So take another deep breath and focus in on a part of your body where you feel like you're holding on to resentment, fear, anything that is holding you back or limiting you at this time. So you need not know necessarily that it's about a connection to another person or a problem that you've been through. If you do know, that's wonderful. But if it just feels like I'm holding on to anxiety and it feels like there's anxiety in my heart, then just focus on the anxiety. If it feels like you're holding on to resentment and it seems all blocked up in your throat or your back or your head, if you've got a bit of a headache, then focus on that. Don't be too attached to it, because even if you're holding on to it a little bit in your head, a little bit in your heart, the angels will know where to go to get it. So you don't have to be too focused in. And just think about how much you want to let go of this resentment, this fear, this anxiety. How much do you want to let it go? Is it a 10 out of 10? Is it a 5 out of 10? Give yourself a number out of 10. And then I want you to say in your mind or aloud, if you're alone, Archangel Michael, I am now willing to release this fear, this resentment, this unforgiveness, this toxic emotion that has been limiting me, holding me back, pulling down my energy. And then when you're ready to let it go, when you've said what you need to say, breathe and release. And Archangel Michael is now showing me that he is lifting this energy out from your body. And as I said earlier, angels are multidimensional beings. They are not made of physical material. So they can be with, if there's 100 people online right now, they can be with every single one of you. So do not fear. Just focus in on your willingness to let go of this energy which has been keeping you down, low, feeling separated, feeling detached from heaven and God. And Archangel Michael is now lifting these energies out. And for some of you, it looks like a heavy weight, like a big, heavy lump of metal. And for others, I can see it's almost like he's syringing it out. It looks like gunky, gooey liquid. For some people, he's just cutting a cord and saying, let go. It's time to let all of this go. But what I am feeling is a really intense heat around my body. And I know that you're feeling that heat right now too. And just breathe, because the deeper you breathe, the more intensive the healing is with the angels. And then I want you to imagine that heaviness is just being lifted up above your head and taken out through the dome, through the ceiling of the dome of light, which means that it is being transformed into another form by the angels. The angels know how to handle heavy, dark energies better than we do. We're not meant to handle them. We're meant to feel them and let them go. Well done. And breathe. And if you want Archangel Michael and his helping angels to stay with you and continue to work with you, then you can do that. You can ask for his continued help. And he's reminding you to take responsibility and to own your own feelings and to feel them and to let them go. And he's promising and saying that your life is going to get better from here on in, and to continue releasing. If you feel things coming up, just Archangel Michael, please take this from me, and do a bit of concentrated breathing and releasing. And know that you're never alone, that you're not separated from God and the angels, that anytime that you feel threatened or in fear, that's a sign that you need to reconnect to your angels and the divine. And doesn't that feel more peaceful? It feels very peaceful here. So well done, everybody. Thank you so much for taking part in this. And remember that to always ask that any heavy emotions get taken away to the light, that they don't stay with you. Because I think sometimes we release them and then we recycle them and we start to think about the problem again, and we start getting all chewed up and enmeshed with whatever it was. And we forget to release, transform, transmute. So I've done all of that without my glasses on. So I'll have a look at who's there. How's everyone feeling? Let me know. Type into your computer or your phone. Let me know how you're feeling. Hi Ida. Hi Sharon. Liz. Donna. You're welcome. Thank you, Ida. Rochelle. Nice to see you all here. So, hi Martin over there in Jersey. Haven't seen you in a while. So I just wanted to come on and be really, really clear and really get my courage, you know, and tell you about what I want to do with my work, and to let you know that there is so much more to the angels than just reading and talking about your guidance and looking at cards. They are profound healers, protectors, and guides, and they've certainly changed my entire life and continue to do so. Great, Ida's feeling really light. Vicky says she loves it. That's great. Thanks so much, everyone. Angel blessings. Have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you next week, if not before. Bye.